What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a really long time ever since I uploaded. My last video I think I did was about 4 weeks ago. The reason being is because I've been transitioning to doing YouTube full time and also getting the shop ready as far as working on cars, different people's cars and things like that. So that's why I've been occupied and I haven't made any really content on the E90 or the 340. So yeah, so now since I switched to full-time doing YouTube, there's gonna be a lot more, consistent content coming out on the E90. 340, not so sure, because I do want to sell the car and get something else. So if you guys are interested in the 340, hit me up on Instagram, Swap Depot. But yeah, let me show you guys what we have going on in the shop and then give you guys a little update on every single car, as far as my cars and then Christian's cars and then whatever cars that we have in the shop, so you guys have a better idea of what's going on. So for those that haven't watched Christian's channel, this is our new shop. Pretty nice space. I'd say it could fit about 15 cars if everything was organized nicely, but obviously we have crap everywhere right now. We have a motor out. This motor actually came out of 335 Carlos's car, the one that was blown up on Christian's channel. So we're gonna be making a video on this car pretty soon. Let's see, and then we're gonna stuff this motor with this nice pretty setup into that car. And then we also have another 335. This one is a Speed Tech kit, cylinder 5, rod shot out, so not fun. And then for that car we have a motor actually right here out of a 135, 86,000 miles, everything looks good, so we're gonna swap that over. Then we have this pretty clean looking S52, and that would be going in that car, which I think Christian has a video of what the engine bay looks like. So there it is. We did shave everything off of the engine bay here and here, had it all painted. I just have the CSF radiator just chilling there and the new headlights, but pretty much clean up everything so we can get the engine bay ready for our motor swap. Then we have this car. I'm sure you guys seen it on Instagram because I post about this car a little bit here and there. It's just a 325 IS. It's got a bunch of cool little mods, angle kit, IRP, and what I did was, let me see, M50 valve cover swap, which is a metal valve cover, and then the what's it called, the Vader Solutions cover, new catch can setup, and then fix also fuel issues and some vacuum leaks. So nice, pretty simple, clean looking engine bay. Here we have Christian's 335. We're buttoning up last bits and pieces of the car, make sure it runs good and everything, and then he'll have an update on this car. I'm not going to go into too many details. This is the M5. Reason it's undercover is because we have a lot of dust actually in the shop, so this thing just got washed, so it's getting cleaned. Then we have my turd. So for this car, I actually was about to take it out and my starter went out. So my starter went out, which I have to get changed. I have a high pressure fuel pump that I'm gonna also change out. I do have a new intake manifold for the car, and I have a new valve cover for the car, which I'll show you guys in a little bit. But I think that will complete the whole entire engine bay and make it look a lot prettier. And I'm also getting a different catch can and fixing the cowl, make sure the engine bay looks good, and then fix all this mess that's going on in there. And also this void where you can see the tire needs to be addressed because I have my intakes right here. Then we have the E46. Christian decided to go mess around with the car and now has a misfire, so we gotta figure that out. Supra, there's parts coming, a lot of parts. I'm not gonna disclose what parts they are because that's for Christian to do that. Then, as far as the shop goes, we painted the walls, painted the office. Office looks like a mess. Add a small AC unit, it looks ghetto, but whatever. Fixed the lights everywhere. We're also working on the bathroom, which I guess I could show you guys. Kind of looks shitty. Ta-da! New tiles, new paint. Disregard that, that's not poop. And yeah, it'll get fixed one day. And then here, I have all of the random parts. We have fluids, things like that here. More parts there. Toolbox. Oh. So this is the valve cover. Vargas valve cover for the E90. And then I have the Phoenix Racing or whatever brand intake manifold with 750cc injectors, fuel rail. So the car will have port injection pretty soon. And then just the OEM high pressure fuel pump. I'm still waiting on a starter, so we gotta figure that out once it gets here. So we can do all of it in one shot. Almost forgot about that E90, also N54. Did a power steering pump and a power steering line. And then also the window regulator and the door lock actuator. Nothing special. I mean, the car's full bolt on, but it's having regular maintenance issues, so we're taking care of that as well. And last but not least, we have the 340. Nothing has changed, really. The only thing I added was the side skirts extensions from BMW Customs. Otherwise, the car's the way it was before. I've been debating on as far as keeping the car, and I decided to pretty much sell the car. I'm just thinking about getting something else. So there's no issues with the car as far as I know. I drive it every day to the shop and things like that. It does have a couple of mods. For those that haven't seen the car: Turner intake, VRSF charge pipe, inlet pipe, VRSF downpipe, full titanium exhaust. As far as the, let me see, exterior goes, we have the RW carbon front lip, ESR CS5 wheels, new tires, 245 front, 275 rear. Then we have BC coilovers, GTS taillights. It's been wrapped, I'd say 3 months ago, 2 months ago, something like that. So it's fairly new wrap. The carbon trunk spoiler is actually OEM and performance, or whatever the case is. I bought the car the way it is. Besides that, it has ceramic 5% tint all around. It was done recently as well. Brakes, it has M performance brakes. As you can see, front and rear. I do have to change the fronts because they are squeaking. The roof is wrapped black. And then on the interior, aluminum trim, carbon steering wheel trim, shifter, boot trim thingy, and then the e-brake trim. And then as we get inside, black interior, very good condition. I barely have anybody sit in the back as far as the front. Steering wheel doesn't have any ashiness or anything like that. Let's see. iDrive system. So as far as mileage, 60,000 miles. I drive it every day. It does have an emergency call malfunction fault, which I'm going to take care of. But this Carly. This video is sponsored by Carly. They did reach out, wanted to see if I was interested, and I said, sure, why not? I'll try this out. Heard it's a pretty good little gadget, I guess. I'm gonna see what I can do as far as checking my codes, and we can go from there. Alright, so let me see. For those of you that don't know, all you have to do is plug it into your OBD, which is on the bottom over there. Open the app, connect, and then it will give you all these options. Let's see, we'll do health, check for issues, car is being checked. Alright, so took about 3 to 5 minutes to scan the whole thing. It says my car is very bad. 62 issues found, so I'm gonna go ahead and clear the issues because that light came on just randomly and I think it just needs to be cleared. If it comes back, then I'll check it again. Alright, so I scanned the car. We got 2 faults again. I cleared it and then scanned it again. Shows up as emergency speaker, short circuit to ground, GPS antenna, which was removed when we did the wrap, so that makes sense. It probably just needs to be plugged back in. Come on. So it tells you a description, tells you what circuit it is and things like that, so it's very helpful if you don't have like a fancy tool and you just want to find out what the issue is. It's telling me a bunch of other things which doesn't really matter, because this one says exhaust flap, which is explained by the aftermarket exhaust. And then also if you go to this menu, customization, go to check coding possibilities. This car had 10 modules that could be coded. Takes a little while to connect. I have the car on. I'm not going to code anything because the car was coded previously, so I just want to show you guys what the options are. So if you do decide to buy this little scan tool, so you guys know, like if you own an F30, you know what you can code as far as your car goes. Okay, so 10 modules. So you can code the dashboard, heads-up display, all the lights and things like that. If you have park distance control or rear view camera, then you can control those as far as coding. Seat belt, iDrive, get out of here. Video in motion, legal disclaimers. Actually, I just switched this to red instead of orange. Let me see. Seat memory, active sound, air conditioning. There's a bunch of different options in these, so if you do decide to code your car, just check these out. I'll leave the link to Carly in my description, so if you guys want to purchase one, just go ahead and follow the link. And there's also, actually, let me show you guys also, there's live data. You can see different parameters and things like that here. And then repair guides and service maintenance intervals. So you can, once you do your oil change, you can always, go into Carly and then reset your oil change or any kind of other service that you perform. So make sure to check them out. I'll leave the link in the description. Alright, so as far as the emergency call malfunction, I'll get that taken care of before somebody possibly wants to purchase the car, which is kind of annoying because it pops up every day. But yeah, overall the interior of the car is very clean. Very minor imperfections here and there. Like right here, there's some wear. I actually replaced the door handle. That one, the ones on the back, those are all original. This is the only one that's not OEM. And as far as the exhaust is full titanium. I can't really show you guys. Right there. Sounds very good when it's in open valve mode, and then when it's closed, I honestly think it's quieter than stock. And then as far as the wrap quality, I mean, the only thing you can see is the door jambs are white. Car's Alpine white. Front end, there's barely any, you know, rock chips, because it was done recently, and I do not drive the car on the highway as much. Previously, before it was wrapped, it did have bumper holes for the license plate, so I had those patched up and smoothened out. And then this side of the bumper was also damaged because something kicked up on the highway and hit my bumper and hit the grill, which is why it looks like this. But I do have a new grill, so whoever wants to buy the car, and if they decide to take off the wrap, just know that the front bumper would need to get repainted. Everything else besides that is in good condition. There's no paint imperfections anywhere else besides the front bumper. The windshield is also new. It was replaced, I'd say 2 to 3 months ago, with a new cowl and new windshield wipers. But yeah, that's about it. So if you guys want a 340 that's already modded, hit me up on IG, Swap Depot, and let me know. The car is financed, so I am pretty firm on price. I'm only asking for what I owe, which would be $34,000. So yeah, there's no negotiations or anything like that. So since I showed you guys what's going on with the F30, like I said before, I'm gonna start by removing the old valve cover, because it is leaking in the back from the PCB fitting and things like that. So I just want to delete the whole thing and do a different catch can setup. We're also going to go port injection with the car, because we are going to turn up power, and the car is currently I would say, I think it was like 22 psi, and we were running out of fuel. So I decided to go with a whole new manifold and top feed injectors. I'm also going to service the high pressure fuel pump and then change out the starter, because the starter went out 2 days ago and I was stuck at a gas station, which was not fun. But we're also going to replace this oil cap with the CTS oil cap, a metal one, and then I'm thinking about also changing the thermostat on the oil cooler to a different thermostat. I'll show you guys when I get it. Just depends on if I get it before I do all these mods. And then we're also gonna try to clean up these vacuum lines like this. Catch can lines I'm gonna switch it to AN lines with fittings and things like that, and then this line will get tucked underneath. We're just gonna pretty much make the whole engine bay look a lot cleaner. And then I also have a new cowl system coming. I'm not gonna show you guys until I actually get it in my hands, so you guys can see what I'm doing. And then this side doesn't look too bad, but once I get the valve cover on, I can, you know, situate everything better. Probably tuck this hose away or something, or make a 90-degree fitting and put it different direction. We'll see. But I just want to make the whole entire engine bay cleaner, so it doesn't look like a clusterfuck. So yeah. For those that watched until the end of the video, just bear with me. I'm trying to push out more content. There's just been a lot of things going on, so since we have everything set up now, it'll be a lot easier to make content and things like that. So make sure to like, subscribe, comment, do all those things, and I'll see you guys on the next video.